Hello, welcome to another episode of The End of the Search. This one I call it, Are Goals Necessary? Now, just for the record, when we're pointing to non-duality, non-duality has nothing to do with the human experience, because that is prior to any manifestation. It just so happens that for some reason this idea of talking about whether goals are necessary came up, and I'm going to elaborate a little bit on it, but always pointing to the fact that I am, and it have nothing to do with what I do or don't. However, let's see how this unfolds. There's this idea that we need to have goals, we need to have visions, things that we want to do. I am not against any of that, and I am not judging any of that. I'm just simply offering a possibility of something that might have seen or might have been overlooked, okay? In my case, I only can speak from experience. Whenever I was not satisfied, you see, whenever I was unhappy, it seemed as though I needed a goal, something to pursue, something that gave me a sense of accomplishment, whatever the case may be. Now, what is driving that, what is fueling that, it was obviously fear, you see, because I was feeling incomplete. I needed something to complete me, to make me happy. So I have something to pursue. That would be the goal. It doesn't matter what it is. Whether it's a personal goal, financial goal, relationship goal, purposeful goal, it doesn't matter. There is a sense of incompleteness, and therefore I need to pursue something to make me happy. When the recognition of what I am settles in, the world stops being a distraction, and I don't pursue goals. That does not mean that I don't find myself doing things I enjoy, but I don't do them because I feel that there's something I need, or I feel that again I'm incomplete or unsatisfied. This is a natural self-expression of the moment. When I write a book, for example, I don't have a goal of writing a book or creating a song or going to a particular place. I'm already happy, I'm already at peace, so I don't need any of those things. It just so happens that within that peace or the love or the, I don't know, happiness that I am, which you are, which is that we're reminding here always, the inspiration naturally arises that may take the form of doing something. But I'm not attached to any results. When I start writing the book, I'm not attached to the book being written. It just so happens that the same energy force that moves me to write the book, well, it also moved me to finish it. That's all there is to it. There's nothing, I don't have to put deadlines or anything. Life unfolds very organically as an expression of life itself. See? So I don't have any goals or any ambitions or anything, and yet I see how life moves me and it unfolds. And there may be times that I feel like doing nothing, and I see myself, sitting on the couch, but not unfulfilled or unhappy or unsatisfied. It's just that I enjoy the tranquility of sitting on the couch. And then at times I feel like I want to go jogging or I want to go walking. But somehow it's just, there's a sense of just beingness, of tranquility within all of that. And again, when it's time to do exercise, well, the movement is more active, of course. When it's time to write a book, when it's time to create a song or write a song, when it's time to talk to a friend, these things happen. You see, life unfolds. I don't need to pursue anything. And then when I go to bed at night, I don't feel that I have accomplished something. I don't go to bed feeling I had a sense of accomplishment, even though I may have done something during that day or may have done nothing. Doesn't matter. I simply go to bed and close my eyes and Then when I go into deep sleep, all of this disappears like nothing ever happened, because it never did, but it appears as if it has. And then if it's supposed to wake up in the morning because life itself wants to wake this instrument in the morning, then I wake up in the morning and another day comes up. And I find myself seeing how life moves me. Sometimes it may appear as it may have something to do, and that's fine. I woke up, or I was woken up this morning, the energy, the life energy moving through this character, moving through this instrument, now having talking about this particular topic, subject. And here I am. And this is an activity. It was not a goal or anything, it's just what happens. And it seemed as though that once I finish with this video, well, I'll just take it to the computer and do whatever needs to be done, if any editing, and then I just upload it to YouTube. But once again, this is what seems to be the logical sequence of this particular event. But I am not thinking this is what I want to do or this is what I'm going to do. I just see how life is happening. See? So in that sense, at least for me, when I was not happy, I needed to have something to look forward to. Once it's settled in happiness and peace, then life is. And then it's full of surprises. I don't know what is the next thought I'm going to have. Therefore, I don't know what is the next move that I'm going to make. But I trust, and this is the key word, trust, that whatever needs to be done, whatever needs to be said, whatever move needs to be made, will be made. And that's how I live a peaceful, happy life in spite of whatever takes place. None of that is distraction, in a sense that if I don't identify with the content of the mind, again, I see the content of the mind as a way of executing actions, but I don't see the content of the mind as it is something important. See, the inspiration comes to write a book, I just find myself doing it, but I don't think it's important. If the inspiration comes to go to a particular place, I find myself doing that, but it's not important. There's nothing to find there. See? And this is basically life unfolding. See? Again, within the context of the illusion, has nothing to do with non-duality, but on the other end, it's a way of living life, the dual life, with a frame of mind that is peaceful, that is happy. Even if we're not here, because the reality is that we simply are, but within the context of the dream, whatever life throws at me, it's okay. Because if I don't identify with the content of the mind, which is the one interpreting and is the one always analyzing and translating everything is perfectly fine no matter what. And this is what we're pointing to here. And you may say, yeah, but how about if you get sick? Or how about if you have a bankruptcy? Or how about if you... It does not matter, because all of these things are events that cannot affect our peace, our happiness, if we are identified, if we don't believe our thoughts. So whatever happens, whether it's a physical condition, financial situation, relationship issue, government issue, world issue, it doesn't matter. Whatever happens is part of the sequence of events that may seem to show up in the world of appearances. But if I don't believe the content of the mind, meaning I don't believe the conditioning, I am happy no matter what. And simultaneously, I trust that whatever needs to be done to address any of those issues will happen naturally. I will find myself inspired to take action if that's necessary or not. But whatever I do, I am parting from that space which I am, which is what is happening right now. That peaceful, happy space. Happiness is not pleasure, it's not about being laughing all the time. It's the sense of well-being that we experience by not identified with the content of the mind. And like I always do in all these videos, or most of them right now, if you do not identify with any thoughts, it doesn't matter what it is. I didn't say the thoughts will not be there. I'm simply saying don't believe any of them. Just don't identify with them. Just watch them like passing clouds. What remains, you see? What remains? What remains is the space-like ever presence, the isness, you see. And what I mean that what remains, I'm not asking you for an answer, I'm just pointing you to the obvious of what is. I mean, look at it, isn't it? You are. That's it. And whatever you do or don't do, it's irrelevant, because whether you are doing something or doing nothing, you simply are. This is what we're reminding of here. And then again, life unfolds. I don't know, it's a mystery. But at least you're at peace. At least you're happy because you are. Well, this is the inspiration that came through me, so I hope it served. And as always, may peace permeate the mind so that love can be extended.